representing Girl Talk 323, Season 1, Episode 3. Y'all know what time it is.
Wet and Wild Wednesday. So with that being said, how long should a man wait for a woman to give him intimacy? Like, should she have a 3-month rule, a certain amount of money you should spend rule? Like, what is the limit for a woman before she gives a man she's dating intimacy?
That's a good question.
So how you feel about that? How do you feel?
I think it just all depends on, like, the vibe.
Okay.
I wouldn't put a set time to it because you never know, like, you know, the opportunities to see who that's involved.
It's like if you grown, right?
I'm not going to say, wait, I'll just wait till the 3rd month to, you know, get it in. I wouldn't put a time frame on it. How you feel?
I definitely wouldn't put a time frame on it because it all depends on how you feel about that person. Like, you might like that person within 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or the 3rd month you might be done with them. Like, you might be like,
or it could have been a friend and you already been knowing them and now y'all start dating. So it's like, y'all can have sex that
right.
It's been your number.
Exactly. But you just now thinking about it.
That's why every situation is different. You don't know.
How long should you wait to move on when leaving a serious relationship?
Everybody look at me.
You better give it.
Well,
Don't wanna.
I guess it depends. What if you was already seeing somebody on the side? Evidently you're going to move on right away because you left that relationship to go full force with this new relationship. So I guess it depends on whatever situation you're in. But at the end of the day, if you just got out of a serious relationship and you moved on 2-3 days later, you've been fucking with that bitch. You've been fucking with that bitch. So I feel some type of way.
Yeah, not for real. I feel like if you don't know that person, no. Then if it's real love, it's gonna take time for you to heal.
Honestly, if it's real love, whoever you fucking with is the rebound because that you and that person is still gonna be doing y'all thing and for a while. So that's their problem if they moved on. Like I said, unless they left you for somebody else.
Yeah, no, if they did that, it's a different story right there.
So, I would say, damn, I forgot what you're talking about.
What was the question?
Are we just answering this, or y'all answering from experience, or y'all just answering the question? It's like y'all holding back. Y'all holding back for some reason. Why are you all holding back with this question? It seems like you all are holding back with this
Okay, now I
question.
got my thought back. Okay, yeah.
We want the real.
The real you all. Y'all hold back with that
I said if you was
question.
already fucking with somebody else, most likely you moved on right away.
So I would say it depends. Like if you're like in love with this person that you just broke up with, then it's gonna take time to get over them. You're not gonna just instantly move on that quick. Now if you're not in love with the person and you just love them, then yeah, you can move on pretty fast. I mean, it's not gonna be nothing to you.
Bing bang.
Friends with somebody that's friends with an eye. Let me break this down for people that don't understand black language. Can you be friends with somebody that don't mess with me? Can you be friends with somebody that don't mess with me? Like really hate me, like I don't get along with? Can you fuck with them?
No, because if they are out to me too.
What about like an ex that's like was your homeboy first and now me and him don't talk no more?
He ain't that important.
Yeah, it's the loyalty for me.
It's the loyalty. Okay, Jazz. What's that?
I feel like it's levels to it. I always go against the grain, huh? Because it's like, if she don't like me and I don't like her, that's just what it is. But what you're not gonna do is disrespect my bitch in front of me or talk about her in front of me.
Okay.
You don't gotta like everybody that I don't like.
That's
you don't have to
true.
dislike everybody that I dislike. You're wrong. If you never did nothing to me, if we was all friends and you never did nothing to me, I'm not gonna shut you out completely because she don't fuck with you.
Because of.
But you're not gonna disrespect
What
her.
if this is somebody?
I think this is a different situation though. That's just a regular friend associate. What if it's me?
My cousin is different. Cause
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's your best
family
friend
over anything.
It's
period.
different. So it all depends on the person.
What if it was your friend? What if it was your friend and her Tamia fell out? See? What's up?
Okay, see, it's levels
like her
to it.
Tamia fell out
Tamia
bad.
did some fucked up shit to her. Like,
it's
cold.
They not friends no more.
I can't do it. And Tamia would never fuck nobody nigga, but I'm just saying, if she fucks somebody nigga, my friend's nigga.
We ain't talking about that. No. They know.
You making them
stories. She always do that.
Right now.
She always do that.
All right, cool.
She don't give a fuck. You try to put her on the app. And she was choosing your cousin on the app.
Don't even keep this part.
No, keep that part. That shit. We didn't have no funny part. That's the
audience reaction, bro. Audience reaction.
Okay, look.
And let me
we about to cross you out the circle right now.
Okay, so you telling me that you was on soul food, right? Soul food, and you see your cousin in there doing your home.
Why she have to bring up the soul food? Because I'm a cousin? Oh hell no, bitch! You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?
No, what's the scenario?
Yes, we are. We keep it honest. We keep it soul food.
Oh my God!
Okay, look, no scenario.
No scenario.
Okay, look, listen.
Okay, we cut it off.
One of your friends got drunk as fuck, and socked me in the face. They
beat that bitch up.
I guess it's a balance, because if it's just like, oh, I don't like that bitch, it's like, okay, that was my friend, she did it to me, okay, you don't like her, I'm still gonna fuck with her. I guess like Jasmine said, it's a balance. Like if it's like some super way out shit, I'm like, I can't fuck with you. But if it's just like, I don't like her, I'm like, okay, you don't like her, but she knows me, I still will fuck with her.
That's what it's.
But if it's like, if it goes past,
you know, I'm right.
I can't fuck with you.
That's when I
can't fuck with you. Niggas too.
For sure.
Does it bother you when other races use the word nigga?
Does it bother you?
Yes, it does bother me.
Why does it bother you?
Because I feel like it's offensive and really black people should only be using that word. But like I said, it depends the situation too. Like maybe if the person is mixed, like they mix with white and black, then make it a little pass, you know? But I honestly don't think they should be using the word nigga. Honestly, I don't.
What you feel about?
I feel like I've had personal experiences to where I can waive it for a couple people. That sounds bad, huh?
Well, if you can waive it for a couple of people, then you have to waive it.
I understand them, but it's because I understand them. Like my mom-in-law, it didn't bother me none. I knew she was down for the black people. She had like 6 black kids, so that didn't bother me. Like it's certain people, you feel me? And then my best friend, she Guatemalan. She from the hood. She grimy with it just like us. So, I mean, it didn't bother me for her to say nigga, but you gotta have a personal experience. Anybody else though can get it, and I don't know. It's just like that. I feel like it's disrespectful. Like you're trying
and then somebody else might feel disrespected from your friend, even though you think
they can. That's their personal thing. But for me, I know it's not malice. It's not no ill intentions. Like she one of us, basically. That's how I feel. So.
Well, you know, nigga, I googled it because I was just, curious about it, and the term really means like an ignorant person. So anybody could actually be a nigga. It doesn't mean like, oh, you're a nigga. Like a nigger and nigga are totally 2 different meanings. If somebody call you a nigger, that's being racially offensive. If somebody's calling you a nigga, they're saying like you being silly, like you're doing like, like you're just being like you're being like I forgot, like ignorant, like you're being an ignorant person right now.
I think it's just a society that made it look so bad to make it feel offensive to us.
So I really don't mind who uses the word, because I have a lot of different racial friends. I have Asian friends. I have very close Hispanic friends. I have white friends. I went to school in a white neighborhood. Like I have a lot of different types of culture friends. I don't discriminate. I love all my friends. But it's a little biased for me, because I do feel like each race has their own meaning. Hispanics say food. Black people don't walk around and be like, hey, food, hey, food. So I do also feel like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If we already have our own names. Black people have our own names. Hispanic people have their own names. Asian people have their own names. So I feel like nigga is our slang. Let us have it.
Right.
But I don't feel offensive when you use it, but it's like, that's our slang, let us have it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, we all race have their own thing. Let us have our thing.
And I think so too with them being a minority too. Like they grew up with us. They grew up in the hood just like we did. You know, if they were white tea, you know, or something like that, I feel like I look at it different because you don't come from where we come from. Like they was getting it like we were getting it on the same block, you know. So I look at it like we all fighting together.
And it mostly be the Hispanics that say it, and at the end of the day, they get treated the same way we get treated.
Yeah, they do.
They get discriminated. They get pulled over by the police like what we do. They get treated the same way we get treated. You know, like they get harassed just as much as black people do.
I agree.
I didn't know that. But okay, thank you.
But anyway, so
my baby's got Mexican in their blood, so I'm gonna ride.
Right.
You know, I fucks with them the long way. I love them.
Alright guys, that wraps it up for episode 3. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and follow.